Hey guys, welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be telling you something that really interests me. Now you know how I'm all about moving overseas and traveling to different countries and experiencing different cultures. So with that in mind, even though the theme of this channel has largely been content based around studying abroad, now I'm going to also be telling you about how you can go ahead and work abroad, how you can gain experiences, life-changing experiences by moving abroad. And one of them, and one of the first ones of those that I really like personally also, is this work remotely from Dubai program. Okay, it's called the Dubai Virtual Working Program, and I want you to know what it holds for you. For starters, when you are in Dubai and any income that comes to your accounts in Dubai is non-taxable. So you basically pay 0% tax on that income. And guess what? This program, virtually working from Dubai, that means going to Dubai and working from over there, since you're working from home right now anyway. Well, this has been introduced by the Dubai government in order to bring people like you to their country for 1 year long, and then you can keep extending this visa as long as the government keeps offering it. Right, isn't that great? Let me actually show you a little bit more about it. There are caveats, there are monetary constraints involved, but I think knowing that this program exists in general can have so much more of an advantage for you as well. Okay, so work remotely in Dubai, and about this program. So over here you'll see that the cost is over here. It says that it's somewhere around US dollars 611 in total, inclusive of application fee, processing costs, medical, and Emirates ID. You will basically need all of these things when you are in Dubai, which is one of the Emirati countries. So you have to stay in the you have to have this Emirates ID as well. But apart from that, it's basically not going to cost you as much in general, but this is basically the whole cost of everything included. The application in itself costs around $287, but this does vary based on country sometimes, so that's why you'll have to contact with them in order to know more. Okay, so that's all they need, the health insurance and everything, etc. But then comes the eligibility constraint, and this is where I was talking about the monetary constraints. Those will come in. So first off, you need a passport with 6 months of validity. That's not a very huge ask. I think anyone and everyone watching this video can get that pretty easily, right? The second thing is that the health insurance with UAE coverage validity. Again, if you already have one, you can check with your provider if UAE is covered. If not, you're gonna have to take one more just for this thing. Okay, and finally, this is the part which is the most, you can say, prohibiting for most people. I know that even though this part exists, I'm still making this video. It's basically to make sure that you know more about the program. Personally, I feel that knowledge is power, and you need to have knowledge regardless of whether you go for it or not. It's available. Okay, so now coming to that constraint for employees. Now, if you're an employee of a company, you need to show that you are employed from a current employer with a 1 year contract, that you will still be in this company for 1 year. Okay, and you should be drawing a minimum salary of US dollars $5,000 basically. Okay, 5,000 US dollars per month. Okay, and your last month's payslip and 3 preceding months bank statements will be required in order to go for this program. Okay, simple, as simple as that. I know it's $5,000 is no joke, but still, this program exists. And for business owners, this probably would be a little bit easier for you guys. Again, if you already own a company and your company is basically doing more than $5,000 per month, that is your income in the company as well. Well, what you can do is you can just provide 3 months of a preceding bank statements, and you can basically apply for this program and go to Dubai and work from there. All right, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. These sorts of programs, I think this is such an innovative program, and you can definitely consider taking advantage of it. Right, so let's talk about the next part, that is COVID safety. So Dubai actually introduced this program somewhere around July last year, when COVID was getting slightly better and the news of vaccines being developed was coming out. Okay, and they basically, they were awarded the safe travel stamp in the world. Basically, as soon as you think about lockdowns and your country imposing them, you can think the opposite is going on in Dubai. Okay, and things are basically much more open over there. There are still restrictions, but still not as strict as most countries out there. You can check more on that, but this video isn't about that, so I'm not really going to be covering it in very much depth. But next comes the part how you can work in Dubai. They're going to be telling you that the life in Dubai, it's going to be one of the safest places, they say, they claim it to be at least, and you get to blend with cultures from all around the world, especially if you're an entrepreneurial person. I know personally that people in Dubai are just so much more driven, and they want to collaborate, and they want to basically, get more and more deals. That's how it works. You will probably never really know, and the biggest deal of your career could be just right around the corner. That's the kind of place Dubai is. Let me give you some more details. If you want to apply, you can just go onto this link and you can fill up this short form and you can start your application. You will get an email which will ask you for some additional information that I talked about over here in the eligibility section, and you will have to provide this information in that email, and then you'll move forward from there. Okay, let me actually show you a few more things over here which are really important. So, will I be charged income tax while in Dubai? The answer is the UAE does not levy income tax on individuals, so no, you will not be charged any income tax. So 100% of what you make, whatever comes into your bank, you keep it. You don't pay it to anyone, you don't pay it to the government. You can save so much money just by doing this. If you're basically earning $5,000 or more, I think the cost of this whole program in general, you save much more than that just by going for this program. Okay, in taxes, that is. All right, let me actually show you a couple more ones. Are there any restrictions on nationalities? There are no restrictions in general, but they can prohibit you, they say, still, just in case, in some cases. Okay, now, are you able to renew the visa after 1 year? The answer is you cannot directly renew it. You'll have to reapply for it. Okay, so that's one more thing to worry about. The next thing is, can I apply if you're a resident in Dubai? I'm pretty sure most people watching this doesn't really apply, so that's not really important over here. Which services will I be able to access? This is the most important one, guys. So you'll be able to access services like phone lines. You'll be able to get a mobile phone number, right? Phone lines, resident ID cards, banking facilities, and the ability to rent accommodation or send children to school. So you can literally move with your families, even if your children want to go to schools. Dubai has some of the best education over there. Of course, it is much more costlier than most countries, but the option is there. And then there's other things like you can basically buy a car or rent, etc., etc. All of these things, you can learn more about these doubts over here. In general, let me tell you, is any currency acceptable for the monthly income? They say yes, it is, but as long as you are drawing a salary of $5,000 or more, you are able to support yourself as a singular person who's living in Dubai. If you're staying with family, of course, then you will probably need more funds. So 5,000 US dollars should mostly be enough, but in terms of your living expenses and everything, I think that rent is probably the biggest expense, and you can expect that there will be a rent of almost 2,500 to 3,500 dirhams every single month. You can convert dirhams into your own currency. I'll just provide some most common conversions over here. And in general, if you are staying in areas like Dubai Marina, etc., etc., one of the most popular areas, in that case, the rents can go up to 4,000 or 5,000 dirhams per month as well. So it completely depends on your lifestyle choices. But in general, you can get away with just 800 dirhams if you are staying in a shared apartment, that is. Okay, so that's also there. Basically, I just wanted to inform you, this is a really interesting program, and I personally seem to love it because I see that Dubai has made opportunity out of adversity, and not a lot of governments do that. Dubai has an extremely great infrastructure, I'm sure you already know. So I am a huge fan of the place already, and I feel that if this program applies to you, it's probably a no-brainer to go ahead and apply, as long as you're eligible, of course. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know how you found this, because there's so many more countries which offer you such schemes even if you don't really earn $5,000 per month. In fact, some countries have much lower requirements and some have none. So there are ways that you can basically go to another country and convert to a permanent resident as well, just by enrolling into one of these programs. This is where it all starts. But again, it depends on who you are, what you do for a living, and what you would like to do in the future as well. Again, if you'd like to know more, comment down below. Let me know, because I have so much more content that's available on this front. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you need more help, what you can do is you can go on to my Instagram over here. Let me actually show you. Instagram.com/ that's my username. So you can just go onto this page and you can basically connect with me directly over there. I'm not quite sure why it's not open. Oh, it's open. Anyway, so you can connect with me over there. Apart from that, just comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care for now.